Okay, so I'm live. How are you doing? Yes. Now, the thing is, I actually did this at 6 o'clock and made a big error when I was trying to sort of make the thing go live, so it didn't work. To show you what I did, what did I do? For drawing, what I did is I actually sort of drew dogs, okay? So, because it's such a hot day, I was just saying, they were talking on the radio about sort of dogs suffering, especially dogs, I think. Cats, I think they can sort of handle themselves quite well, can't they? Very independent, but dogs, they seem to suffer with excessive heat, and it really was hot today. So they were talking about that, and talking about giving them water and shade. But I came home after my sort of afternoon cycle when I went out to get something in the art shop, and there was a little dog in the laneway. I don't know who the owner was. I've seen the dog before, I think, but anyway, this little dog was sort of ambling around, and its tiny little short legs, very cute, and so I gave it some water, and it soon polished that off, and so I put some more water out there and polished that off too. So maybe it wasn't getting enough water where it's from. But anyway, so I presume the dog might still be out there. It's a lovely little thing anyway, and a real doggy. No, there's no harm in this dog at all. It wouldn't be able to say boo to a goose. And I've never owned a dog, but if I did, I think I'd probably own one like that. You know, gentle little creature. Anyway, so what I did is these. I'll just sort of show you these drawings here. You can see them in front. So I did these kind of little cartoon dogs, another one there, and I did this one sort of, I did kind of a poster, and one of the characters in it was a little dog, so I was just drawing dogs, and this one was doing a kind of a river dance along with some other sort of dancers doing river dance as well. It was kind of a Scottish Terrier or something like that. And then I moved on to that page there, and if you can see, that's the little dog that was out in the lane. I just drew it from my imagination. There's a little tray of water that I put out for it. But a little friendly dog has turned up in the lane today. I don't know who he belongs to, but I left water out for him to drink because we're having a heat wave at the moment. Poor little critter. And then I just wrote this little friendly chap of a dog gumming for a drink of cool water. In years to come, I won't know what any of this sort of meant. I'll probably have forgotten the incident at all. But you know, it's just one of those little things. You fill a sketchbook, you do your sketches, and you just let them build up. It doesn't matter what they are. So because I messed up the recording, I'm going to do another little drawing, basically because I've invested in this software, and it's well worth using. So you know, trying to get right, and I'll see what I can come up with. But all of this reminded me. Where am I? Yeah, all of this reminded me of a dog that I saw one time being carried around on the back of a motorbike. It was a few years ago, and it was a day much like today actually. And this little dog, I'll show him to you now if you just bear with me. Is it that one? Where are you? There, him. And this little fellow, this is Jack Russell, isn't it? He'd been carried around on the back of a motorbike, and he has his own little goggles and everything. So it was for a rally of scooter enthusiasts, but I think he was on the back of a huge motorbike. I'm not sure whatever became of them. That was, I think, 2017 or something. Look at, he's got a little bow tie on and everything. So let me just move back to take him away. And so I'm going to do a couple of doodles and sketches based on that little chap. And I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. So I've got myself here, and I'll look at that camera. And if I can also add that little fella there. So, I mean, if you had your sketchbook handy, you can sort of draw them too. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so I've got him there. And it doesn't need to be accurate, just needs to be done. So if I can put my sketchbook there, I've got a bit of space for you to see. And I'm going to use the dip pen again, and the French kind of violet coloured ink. Let's have a look at him. So big head. And you can sort of, if you have a nice little sort of dip pen like that, you can vary the width of the line by just pressing. It's really nice like that. So, and he's got big ear like that. In fact, I might actually make that bigger. It's cuter with the bigger floppy ears there. So there we go, there like that, and we put on his goggles. And it didn't seem to mind having these goggles either, so I have to keep looking up at my computer screen to get that. There, just to see the photograph. There's bigger than that. The cold wet nose, yeah, like that, and then he comes down there like that. Little pigeon chest. Can you hear the nib scratching on the paper? Takes a bit of getting used to that because it's a bit odd. So I think I might sort of put just an indication of his hind legs in, just so he's not a kind of a two-dimensional character. I don't have any references to him otherwise. And he's sitting in his basket. Oh, very, very, very cute. And then we've got that's the strap of his glasses coming on there like that. He looks like a little sort of Biggles character, that kind of First World War pilot full of daring do, and he's got his little harness on. The drawing doesn't need to be sort of particularly good. You can mess it up, just record what you remember. His other leg would probably be there, wouldn't it? Sort of tucked underneath him there, and that'd be in shadow. Yeah, and that would all be in shadow too. That was in shadow. His cold, wet nose. Maybe we've got other shadows coming out there. Like his head would be casting a shadow, wouldn't it? And then you see that there. Cross hatch a little bit of shading into there. Put his hindquarters in shade. So now we got an image. We can work with that, I suppose. Look, that's dog. Let's put a little bit of colour in. Why not? Bit of fun. Doesn't matter what it is. All it is a sketch. You can do whatever the hell you want with these. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Got nice blue here. Let's have a look. Let's put his shadow. Anyway, where's the shadow? It's kind of like there, isn't it? There. That's all in shadow. His legs in shadow there. Maybe that's in shadow there. The sun is coming down that way. Let's have a look. Maybe his glasses are. So we've got some colour there. And let's get another brush pen. I love these brush pens. Fantastic. And we'll put in some colour. Let's see, I've got these really bright inks here. And let it run, let the colours run into each other. You start to depart from the reality of the situation of that dog. It becomes something entirely different, I suppose. And let's get some red. Got a nice, very deep red here. You don't even have to sort of what was I going to say, hold to the lines. And let's see, his harness, that can be nice red as well. Let's see what happens with that. And maybe if I mix the red and the blue together, be almost like you can get a nice dark. There. And maybe I'll put his the surrounds of his goggles in blue as well. There we go. And now I've got a multicoloured Jack Russell dog. Yeah, that'll do. That's it. And I don't remember this little doggie's name, but let's see if I can. I'll use that acrylic ink with my nib. See what I can put. And I'll put. What was I saying? He was like Biggles. I'll just put. Biggles. Biggles, the biking, a bit of rail tracking there on that nib. Biggles, the biking dog. What's it they say in Dublin? It's the bowler, isn't it? Biggles the biking bowler. I'm not sure how to spell bowler, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe I've got that wrong, but who cares? Biggles the biking bowler. And then let's put in. Woof. Woof. That's what dogs say, isn't it? If there is anyone out there, make sure I look at the right camera again. If there is anyone out there, please get in contact, because it'd be nice to know that somebody's looking at this. And then we've got the chat. The chat is there. Nothing to see. Anyway, but this is the way I'm going to fill my sketchbook, and it's kind of it's a habit that you've got to get into, I think, and you can fall out of the habit as well. You know, I used to sort of bring my sketchbook everywhere, and I tended to just draw in pencils, and pencils can actually sort of draw you, no pun intended, into sort of being quite accurate if you're not careful. So if you change out your materials, it can be very useful. You can get sort of nice results, and it'll change your work, so that it's not so I suppose not so whatever you are. It's a kind of good way to change things around a little bit. I'll put in little, yeah, woof. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Okay, so I think, can I kind of just pull in on that for a second? Let me have a look. That's the palette. Let me just go in on that just a bit more. Configure video. Camera control. Can I zoom in a wee bit more? Yeah, I can, I suppose. Look at that. Apply that. And go back to, okay. Yeah, so you can see that there, look. Let's get rid of the doggy. There we go. Now I've got a bit more room on the screen, don't I? So there you go. There you go. Just another drawing in the sketchbook. It's not important, and it doesn't have to be important. But I kind of like the way that, you know, I'm trying to get away from being too sort of pernickety and kind of accurate. And I think just sort of using a scratchy old dip pen nib, the wrong colours and everything, I think that helps. And not being too sort of, not being too close to the reference. You know, so I've got that. Let me have a look. I'll just scrape that around a bit, and if you can see the dog's there again. Yeah. And there. And it's nice to do writing in your sketchbook too. You know, doing a bit of scripting is a nice thing. And you can sort of, you know, change your, you know, don't have to write in all properly sort of flowing script. You can sort of change it up to minuscules and everything, whatever. Try nice curlicues, decorate the text. It's all fun, and it'll all take you away from, you know, take you away from being sort of the same thing all the time. I think that's it. Okay, so look, that's the first Inky Road that I've done, having sort of invested in proper software and then learned how it worked. So yeah, so it seems to be fine. Oh, and there's one thing I wanted to mention as well, and it's been sort of on the ticker tape down there, you can see it, is that I'm running these teenage art teen camps. The next one is on the 26th of this month, so that's what, next Monday, all week, so Monday to Friday. And we'll be doing lots of drawing, lots of changing techniques, drawing different things. You know, and the teenagers, you know, they'll like it. They'll learn a lot, and I think teenagers often have a tendency to draw the same thing all the time, and I know I did as well. You know, so you know, to be kind of taught early to depart from everything that you're used to all the time is probably a good thing, because it's taken me a long time to actually sort of come up with that for myself. So the next one's on the 26th. The one after that is on the 9th of August, so there's a gap of, I think, a week, isn't there? Yeah. A gap of a week in between the two teenage art camps. And there are, if you've got more than one child, there's a discount for people that have to buy more than one place. I'm a parent myself, and I know how it is every summer. So listen, happy drawing, keep a sketchbook, fill it up, and all day you'll have good luck. All right, so I'll see you for the next Inky Road as soon as I've got a bit of time. I know they've been a bit sort of spontaneous at the moment, but really that's down to me sort of being disorganised. Eventually they're going to occur at the same time every week, even if I have to record them and actually put them out at the same time. But, you know, I'm learning as I go along, so I hope you're not too sort of discombobulated by everything that's going on. If you are there at all, indeed. Okay, so listen, have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. All the best. Bye.